I'm going to the next call. Got another call in queue. 941. 941, you're live. Freedom Friday. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, Tim. This is Christine Estrada. I'm Nicholas's wife, and we're big fans. Do you hear me?
Hey, Christine, how you doing, sister? Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, Tim, I'm calling in because, two reasons. Well, this is the main one. I don't know if, let me go to the first one. Thank you for the great job you did with the Chauvin case.
Thank you.
I've been really, this has been something I didn't know if I was going to do. I was going to try to private message you, but I'm not really good with the computer and all that. So, you watched that trial, and I wanted to watch that trial because I felt I owed it to George Floyd to watch that trial. And I did watch it for the first few days, but when they started talking, about the asphyxiation and going into detail, it was just so much for me because I lost my son at 13 years old to something, not to a police shooting or anything like that. It was a thing kids are doing, and I don't know if anybody's heard about it, but what they do is they cut off their circulation to get like a rush. And this happened many years ago, but it never goes away. And when I was watching that trial, all I could picture was what was happening to my child. So you doing that, maybe you didn't feel like anybody really cared, but I watched every night to listen to you, so I didn't have to hear every detail of that. Now, the other thing I called in for, Tim, I don't know if you've heard about this case. It's in Tennessee, Knoxville. There's another 17-year-old black boy who was shot by the police in the bathroom. And what happened was, from what I understand, is that he was dating a white girl, and apparently they got into an argument at school, and I don't know if he put hands on her or anything like that. All I know is the mother didn't want them together to begin with. She thought it was toxic, so she called the cops. And then they text him, the mother texted this boy and said the cops were coming to the school. Now, all I know is that a bunch of cops ran into the bathroom, and this 17-year-old boy is dead. At first, they tried to say that the boy had a gun, and he shot one of the cops. Well, that didn't come out to be true. The cop shot one of the other cops. I think they just released the footage, and I believe Benjamin Crump is on the case. So the boy's name is Anthony J. Thompson, and this happened in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I am really tired of these news people, police, and everyone else calling teenagers, children, women and men. They are not women and men. Their brains are not developed. They can't vote. They can't, it's considered rape if you have sexual, you know what I'm saying. So I am just sick of them trying to demoralize, again, children of color, and especially black children. Because I'm married to a Hispanic man and I have an Hispanic daughter, so, And I wanted to tell you something really quick. This is another thing I want to, if I can. If I'm taking too much time, just tell me.
You're fine.
But, okay, thank you, Tim. But I'm a white woman. I'm an older woman. I'm 60. Okay? I have family that is black, so I grew up around black people, but not until I was a little bit older. And also grew up, with a southern mother and a northern father, so it's a really weird thing. Anyway, I was at the pool with my husband, right? And there was this confrontation with this, the little black girls in the pool. They were about 13 years old, maybe teenagers, and they were using bad language and doing things they weren't supposed to do. So the lady came in and tried to talk to them, and, they were giving her mouth. And I looked at my husband and I said, they should just call the police. Not even thinking that I could have got that girl killed. But I did think. And that's from watching your show and just realizing how racist I was being without even realizing it. And that made me really think, that you cannot call the cops. And I should know that because I grew up in a family where you don't call the cops. But I guess just being older and not thinking that, and I said to my husband, I could have got her killed if I called the cops. And it weighed really heavy on me. And I just want to know that there are people out there that are white, that are racist, that don't even know they're racist until they hear sometimes something that clicks. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I didn't think I was racist at all until that moment. And I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope anything I said tonight, helped at all. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart for what you did watching that trial, because I know how hard. I don't know how hard that is for a black man, to have to sit there and watch that. So I was really worried about you the other night when you didn't come on. The stress of it, you probably had an anxiety attack from all the stress. And that can make you feel like you're having a heart attack. So, okay, Tim, I'll keep talking if I don't get off. And I know we got a lot of important people to hear from tonight.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You got it, Christine.
Thank you, Wolfpack.
Give it up for Christine, y'all. Give it up for Christine. What a great call. Wow. What a great call, man. Wow. That's a great call, man. I'm gonna come. I got another call, 408. I'll be right there, but give me 1 second. You're absolutely right, Christine. It was tough to cover that story, and it took a toll in similar ways as you described, and it snuck up on me. I thought I was tough, man, and I am tough, but you don't have to be that tough all the time, And I guess it also hurt me that people that I consider friends did not assist my promotion of that show, of that content. And then I realized, as I was told, they're not my friends. It's silly me for thinking that they were friends. They were never friends. So it's been an eye-opening experience, this whole trial, this whole thing. But just commenting on the thing that happened with you at the, my condolences to you and your son. I just want you to know that is very tough situation. I understand that. And to lose a child must be one of the life's most trying experiences. And so sorry you had to go through that. So sorry that you lost your son. I'd also like to comment on the part where you said that about the pool. It's easy. I don't know if I would say it's racist to want to call the police. It's dangerous. I try not to do it because I know it's dangerous. And and I try to avoid it at all costs. In fact, I had put myself in harm's way. Not in the distant past. I saw something going on where a lady was arguing with a couple of young guys, yelling at them, and there was something to escalate. And instead of calling the cops, I intervened. I just walked over and like, hey guys, showing my hands, hey guys, hey, and just talk to them. Because I didn't want to call the cops. I call the cops show up, they pulling guns. Somebody might have some weed on them. Somebody's going to jail. Maybe somebody runs and somebody gets shot. And I don't want to live with that. I don't need that on my soul. So it could have been a little bit dangerous of me addressing them because you never know how people are going to act. Who are you talking to? And it's like, okay, you never know. But they didn't. They respected me. They respected what I was doing. I didn't accuse anybody of anything. And I helped diffuse the situation. And I remember telling Mrs. Black, see, cops, if I could do that, cops could do that. They could do that. You could try to diffuse the situation. So I wouldn't call you racist just because you thought, hey, we should call the cops. I'm glad you have a second thought because obviously things worked out without calling them. Obviously this thing simmered down. And no one was hurt. And you're fine and they're fine. Well, thank you for calling up. I really appreciate it. And tell Nicholas I said what's up. And I'll see you on the next call. You're going to be a vet next time. Oh, last thing. On the story about Mr. Tom, the young kid. Bryans sent me that story. One of my frequent viewers of the show and a supporter of the show sent me that story. And frankly, I just thought it was just too much bad news to share in one show. I just thought it was just too much to share this time. I'm going to cover that. I also want more information because what I'm reading on it is very flimsy. So it's like a one-page article on the killing of a young man in a school. So I'm like, that's not enough information for me to talk about this. Like, what's the backstory? Why were the cops called? Why they think he shot them if he didn't shoot them? What the hell is going on? So that's why I haven't covered it, Christine. I'm going to cover it next week. I'm going to take the weekend and not think about death for a couple days, hopefully, and then we'll get back to it. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.